What's up everyone, I'm Dan the Dinosaur Drawer, and today I'm going to show you all how to draw the atomic shark from Hungry Shark Evolution the game. So today is day 7 of my dinosaur drawing marathon, and yeah, here's the reference image of our shark. So get out your pencil, eraser, and paper, and we will dive right in. So the first thing we're going to do is put in an outline. This shark is going to be facing to the left. I think this is the first hungry shark I've drawn that's actually facing to the left. So yeah, atomic shark is very cool. I mean, really, all the sharks from Hungry Shark Evolution are so much fun to draw. But yeah, I saw this one and just had to draw it. So we're gonna make a weird looking shape here for the head. It's going to have a thin body. The tail is gonna be right about here. I just want to make sure that we can fit the whole drawing onto this page. I'm using a rather small piece of paper today, so I want to be able to fit it into the page. So it's very important that we get the proportions right. So yeah, Atomic Shark has actual limbs instead of fins, which makes it very, very cool. I think the eye will be right about there. The jaw is going to be open to reveal all of its deadly sharp teeth. Yeah, it's got a long nose. And it's got these tubes that are stuck in it, which I guess is the atomic part of Atomic Shark. You can't forget the chain back here. And I think this is a pretty good outline. The proportions look right to me, and I don't think we're gonna go off the page. So yeah, the next step would be to take our eraser and erase the lines we don't need from the outline. Lines that just might get in the way when we're trying to refine our drawing. I also want to avoid smudging, so getting out a piece of paper to put under your fist would really help. Okay, so let's start off with the snout. We're going to be working from left to right. So I'm going to make the snout a little bit shorter than our outline. It's going to curve slightly down, but comes back up over the eyes. So let's erase the lines we don't need anymore. And I think I'm going to raise the eye up a little bit too. It's got a huge eye, and it's a very mean looking eye. So let's put in the lid, the eyelid right there. Then the actual eyeball has such a weird shape. It curves down and then back up. And then it's got a tiny little pupil right there. Yeah, in color it actually has green eyes, which makes it look even more evil. But yeah, let's put some more color on the bottom eyelid. Then it's got some serious brows here that we got to put in. Like, you can't not put them in, or else the shark won't have the same character to it. So there we go, that brow looks really nice. Got a nice eyebrow. I'm just going to erase some more of the outline. And now we can put in the nose. The nose is right about here. Just like putting in an apostrophe, like an upside down apostrophe, not too hard. And Atomic Shark has a really cool pattern on the top of its head. So we have to put that in. It's got like a diamond here on top, and then 2 other stripes on the outside of the diamond. Right when I saw this shark, I was like, I need to draw this. It's so cool. Whoever designs the sharks in this game was pretty creative. So let's make a slight line here is going to be like the line that separates the dark from the light of the shark. So anything above the line is going to be a little darker. So basically like a great white shark, you know, they have like a middle line that separates the white from the dark gray. So I'm just going to do a little bit of cross hatching to get some more color. And now we can put in the teeth. So it's got a bunch of, yeah, just triangular spiky teeth. And let's make the bottom part of each tooth have sort of like a triangle to it, or half a triangle, I guess, like so. And also I want to add some gum. So let's make a little slight line there, and we're going to color in between each of the teeth to put some more color in for the gum. So I like how that looks. And yeah, it's almost got like a mean smile too, which I think is really cool. So let's put in the bottom jaw, which is going to be pretty white. We can add a little bit of shading to the bottom here. So let's go ahead and put that in first before we add in the bottom teeth. And also take our eraser and erase the lines that we don't need. I feel like our eraser is getting a lot of work today. And I'll add in the bottom teeth. So we're actually going to see part of the other side of the bottom jaw. So I would recommend making these teeth extra big. Since there's going to be black behind them, that's automatically going to make them look smaller. So as I was saying, we're going to continue the other side of the bottom jaw and add in the teeth that are on the opposite side. Then very carefully shade in between these teeth. With a mechanical pencil, it's really nice because the tip is so fine that you can get in between little spaces pretty easily. And I'm going to do a slight bit of shading on each of the teeth on the other side. So yeah, our drawing is looking very nice. Next, I think we're going to continue on to the dorsal fin, which actually starts sooner than you'd think. It's like right on top of the head. And this one curves back really far. It's got like a main spine to it. And also the top portion of the dorsal fin is going to be shaded in. I do have my smudger with me today, so I'm going to be using that a little bit. If you have one, I definitely recommend you using it. And it's got some little stripes on the side here. So yeah, our dorsal fin looks really nice. It really continues on the entire spine of the shark. And that is where this weird like tube atomic stuff comes into play. So yeah, it's got like these metal attachments on its spine, right on its back. Let's erase them before we put in the really detailed version. So yeah, there is like these tubes that are coming out of the back of the atomic shark. So maybe this is what gives it its atomic energy. So there's tube number 1. Tube number 2. Seems like this is like a battle shark or something. And this last tube is like broken. Yeah, the glass looks like it's broken on this tube. So we'll put that in, and then these like spikes continue along the tail, like so. So let's put some little bit of shading on this metallic part of the shark. So this part is definitely man-made, so you want to make it look really metallic. So there we go. That looks pretty good. And yeah, RoboShark, or not Robo, I keep calling it RoboShark because there is a shark that I'm planning to draw soon called RoboShark. Yeah, this is Atomic Shark. I got the two a little bit mixed up. Atomic Shark does not have any gills, but it does have like these ports. I don't know if that's the right word. But yeah, it's like these ports on top of its shoulder that we'll put in. It's got two of them up here, and it's got two right on its shoulder blade right there. And these are lit up in a green color. So maybe Atomic Shark was once like a regular shark that like humans turned into like some attack weapon. I'm not really sure. So again, as you guys saw, I put down this midline down the center of the shark to separate the dark from the light. So again, we have some more stripes to put in, so I'm just going to outline those and then we'll color them in with like a shading pencil or something. Looks very much like a tiger because the Atomic Shark is in fact orange and has like dark brown stripes. Speaking of tigers, maybe I should draw a tiger shark sometime. We got a few more stripes to put in, but before we get too carried away with the middle part of the body, I think it's very important that we put in the arms. Or the fins, whatever, the pectoral fins. So here we have the shoulder. It's got a very large shoulder. It's going to have a short upper arm. And it has a fin that comes out. This is like the only part of it that is actually like a real shark. The only part of the arm that's like a real shark. I'm going to add some shading on the edges of the shoulder to give it more of a cannonball look, more roundness. Then it's going to have a long forearm, which breaks into like these four-fingered claws. Four-fingered long claws that I don't know how it would swim with. I think it probably got powered mostly by the tail and just steered with these arms. But yeah, it's got these really long claws. So for all of those of you who are experienced with dinosaur drawing, it shouldn't be too hard. So there's claw. We've got 3 claws put in. You can't really see the other one that well. It's like hidden in between those 2 claws. So maybe add a little bit of shading. We're not going to add any scales because this is not a dinosaur, but yeah, normally I'd put scales on top of the fingers. So there are 3 main stripes on top of the forearm. I'll go ahead and color those in right away. And then of course we have the arm on the opposite side. And this one's going to be very heavily shaded. It's extremely shaded in the reference image, so we should do the same. And that's why I'm going to use my 3B pencil. So there we go, we got both arms put in. This under portion is also going to have a light. I'm going to put some light shading there. Because it is white, but it's still going to be shaded. Just going to shade lightly with this smudging tool, this whole under section. There's so many art tools out there, and I really only use a tiny bit of them. So maybe I should start experimenting more with art tools, because a lot of them are really helpful. Even though, to start off, you really only need a pencil and paper, you know. And an eraser. So now I'm putting in the back fin or foot, whatever you want to call it. More like a foot. And here we only see 2 of the toes. Whoops, I mistakenly just erased the line there. We can see a tiny bit of the opposite one, but it is, I can't really see that much of it. And it's going to be nice and shaded. Like so. And also we have to put in 2 little stripes on this leg. I'll put a little bit of shading in between the toes. A little bit of shading on the claws there. So now I think it's time to color in these stripes before I forget to do so. So I forget how many Hungry Shark drawings I've done so far. I've done Mr. Snappy, the Mosasaurus. I've done the Big Daddy, done Cleostus. I've done Megalodon, so that's 3. Stethacanthes, that's 4. And Helicoprion. I think that's 5. So this is probably number 6. And before my drawing marathon is over, I will definitely do a few more Hungry Shark drawings. So be sure to comment below which is your favorite Hungry Shark, so I can draw it. So along this midline, there are like a bunch of, almost like scales, but they're more like spikes. Basically a line of arrows is all you have to put in. And I'm going to put a little bit of shading along here to make the spine pop out a little bit more on our atomic shark. So yeah, this is actually a very complicated shark when you actually think about it, much more than the other ones. But yeah, RoboShark might be a little bit more difficult to draw than Atomic Shark. So let's just consider Atomic Shark the warm-up for RoboShark. If you've seen pictures of RoboShark, it's like super, not super detailed, but like there's so many things on it. And they're all man-made. So it's going to be hard to explain. I'm good at explaining things that I actually know about, but like explaining to someone how to draw a robot shark would be so hard. So I'm erasing some of the lines we don't need. Okay, now I sort of get, maybe the RoboShark was an attack weapon that escaped, because it does have some chain links, which we're going to put in right now. So that would make more sense. I don't really know much about RoboShark, or not RoboShark, I don't know much about Atomic Shark, which is what we're drawing. But I think maybe it escaped from its owners. And that's why there's links of broken chain still attached to it. So maybe I just solved a mystery, guys. Could be that Atomic Shark escaped from a lab or something. Maybe it was like an experiment. Yeah, because it's got some few links of chain here that we're going to shade in, like so. So I'm going to move the tail back a little bit further than we originally had put in with the outline. See, Atomic Shark has a very cool tail. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's got like a little bit more, it's got like a second tail right here that jots out. And here's something that I just noticed. It's got like a barcode on it. It's so weird. It's got like a barcode on the lower portion of the tail. So maybe there was like a whole army of atomic sharks, and like the barcode is how the owners were able to tell them apart. Just my guess. If you guys know more about Atomic Shark, please let me know in the comments. I'm probably, after I do this tutorial, I'm probably going to look it up on YouTube. More information about Atomic Shark, because it looks like it has a whole background to it or something. For some reason, I always find it really fun drawing sharks from Hungry Shark Evolution. Like, a lot of times I get stressed out with dinosaur drawings because of all the scales, you know, it's kind of annoying. You have to draw literally hundreds of scales sometimes on a dinosaur drawing. But it's not so when you're doing Hungry Sharks, because they have nice smooth skin. No, just kidding, sharks in real life don't have smooth skin, they have like really rough skin. But it looks smooth. So shade in the very tip of the bottom tail, and the top portion's obviously going to be really heavily shaded, or not shaded, just like a darker color. And we'll continue the stripes, just about 3 more, and then we are done. So I'll add a tiny bit more shading when we get out my smudger. Apologize to those of you who don't have a smudger, because it's so much easier if you do have one. But yeah, to the experienced artist, you know, if you don't have a smudger, you can always use your finger. So if you don't have a smudger, be sure to use your finger, because it works pretty much just as well. Like, I'll show you. I'm just gonna smudge a little bit here on top, my finger, and it's working just fine. So yeah, now it's time to sign our drawings. I'm gonna do so right next to this back foot. Put in the date. So guys, I do apologize. My camera was zoomed in. I did not know it, so it cut off the whole part of me drawing the back of the tail. So I'll try and fix it in the video editor or something. But yeah, overall the drawing looks really cool, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So yeah, I'll see you guys later.